is news and entertainment. This relentless.
Bitch on game.
Hey, bitch on game. Hey, relentless.
All right, man. Welcome to the Cole and Dre show. I'm Cole.
This is Dre. What up, world?
Hey, man. So we got our homie Wag here today, man. For y'all don't know who Wag is, Wag is like the Tom Hagen of the promotions and entertainment in the city right now. You know what I mean? If y'all know who Tom Hagen is, that was the guy that advised The Godfather. You know what I mean? So you got some real Godfather-like figures out here. And Wag kind of just being like a real good conciliary. How you say that shit? Concierge. Yeah, like whatever that is. But he kind of like just giving a bunch of the youngsters some game. And he learning from them. They learning from him. And he putting some things together. So welcome to the show, Wag.
I'm glad y'all having me over here,
Welcome,
my
man.
boy
Welcome,
Dre,
man.
my boy Cole, man.
Man, it's good. So the good thing about, like me, I can tell y'all, I'm a homebody. I don't do much no more. You know, I might take a trip here and there, but I don't get out in the nightlife. So when you got homies like Wag and you got homies like Dre, you can pick up the phone and say, hey, man, what's up? I'm over here. Right. And you can just kind of look good. Like you just, you walk to the front of the line. You know what I mean? You get some of the best service. Everybody looking at you like you somebody, and I'm just old nobody me. But I got somebody ass friends. You know what I'm saying?
Stop with that old nobody me shit. You was just talking about a Lambo and some other shit last week.
I'm gonna give me a adventure door. I am gonna get that.
Okay,
that don't mean that don't make you somebody. That makes you a dude that work hard that wants a Aventador. I don't think nothing wrong with that.
If I saw you put up a Lambo, hey, look out, let him through.
Red carpet.
Yeah.
No talking.
Yeah. So you know what you're doing. Don't do that.
Well, for my birthday, I'm rolling. It's all good. I'm coming through with it.
But just know you got a friend in Wag that you can call and pull up anywhere.
Yeah, that's a beautiful thing. So Wag. So let me tell y'all a little bit about Wag, man. So I'm gonna let him tell y'all a little bit about him, but let me tell y'all a little bit. Very humble, good dude. I mean, just
facts.
Matter of fact, so genuine that it irritates me at times. You have some of those guys that's just genuinely good dudes. Wag is one of those. I can't say it like he's a good dude surrounded by vultures, and he keep believing the damn vultures ain't vultures, and he's surrounded by vultures and snakes and rats and goddamn mice and all of these. I ain't talking about your partners and nothing. I'm just saying because you in the streets, even though you ain't in the streets. You know what I'm saying? Right. So, and I think
impressive though, because I was impressed by that when I met him.
Yeah,
just how sharp he was.
Right. Like. Wag is a pharmacist, man. This a real pharmacist, man. Of course.
Formerly known as.
Huh? Say what now?
Formerly known as.
That's what happens when you get a federal case.
Right. They take the stripes away.
So Wag had, Wag was the street farmer. He was the graduate pharmacist who said, you know what? It's a little bit more money in the streets than in this goddamn Walgreens and CVS. Well, let me see. Since I got a real license, I can put a little bit of this out to the homies.
Right, a little bit of this, a little bit of that.
So, you know what? Before we even get into that, tell us a little bit about that, Way.
Man, coming from where I come from, I'm from the south side of Houston, you know what I'm saying? My father was a pharmacist. My mom worked in the school district, so I always wanted to emulate my father. Coming up, went to high school, ended up going to high school for health professions. I was bored with that, so ended up, mastering that. Ended up graduating from Worthing. Ended up going to TSU on a scholarship. Normal kid trying to find his way. Ended up getting in the pharmacy program, graduating, working for Walgreens and CVS for about a year.
Oh, I was just joking. So you really did work for Walgreens?
Yeah,
I didn't know that either.
For a year.
I was just bullshitting. I didn't know that was true.
I didn't know that either.
And then,
because you do just be bullshitting.
Yeah, I mean, but it be real. So go ahead, stop.
Real bullshit.
Stay on some bullshit, Drake. Let the man finish. Go ahead, man.
Yeah, so me and my god brother had an idea of opening up an independent pharmacy. We didn't know what we was doing. Met an older guy. He said, "Man, why don't you young guys, open up your own pharmacy?" We said, "How we do that? We can't do that." He said, "Nah, you can." So he gave us a blueprint of how to do it. We opened up our first pharmacy in 2009. And from there, I never looked back. I ended up owning 6 pharmacies, 3 in Houston, 3 in Atlanta. I had an unfortunate ordeal in Atlanta, that got me in federal prison. But at the end of the day, it was a learning lesson. I learned a lot. I humbled myself. I did what I had to do. I took my lick, and I learned a lot from a lot of guys inside and out. And, today I'm back,
and that paperwork was good.
and my paperwork.
That's
is
good.
good.
That's a big thing.
Hey,
Hey, that's a big thing, man. Hey, that's a big thing, man.
Yeah, the paperwork
The
good.
paperwork was good.
That's a big thing, you know.
Big thing.
So check this out. So because from the pharmacy side to where you at now, it's still all business.
Correct.
So now, well, before I even go there, I gotta say this, man. I'm proud of you, man.
I appreciate it.
And I gotta say I'm proud of Dre, man. I'm like literally, you know what I mean. And the reason I can tell these guys I'm so proud of them because when you've been gone, see somebody trying to call and interrupt my congratulations to my good brother. So let me solace this.
They just knew you was on bullshit.
I'm gonna call him back, even though he got some money. I need to talk to him. But so I really need to talk to him. We might cut this shit short.
Yeah.
But no, I'm proud of y'all, man, because I know y'all both experienced the same thing I've experienced. You've been gone, I know for you, Dre, what was it?
7.5.
7.5. Me was 8. What were you, Dre? 4? 5?
4.
4. And it's like you lose everything and you come home and then you got dudes asking you for handouts.
Right.
Like, and you damn, like, what do you think makes us different? I've been meaning to ask that question.
I mean, for me, it's want to, like, you know what I'm saying? Like I said, I was blessed with the gift to figure it out. Like, no matter what my circumstances was, I was going to figure some shit out.
You're going to find a way.
I'm
going to
find
make a way.
Yeah, either one of the two. Like, you know what I'm saying? And I think that has helped me translate into business now. Like, you know what I'm saying? When I got a problem, I ain't got to ask nobody. I can pretty much figure it out myself. Like, you know what I'm saying? If I need to ask, I don't mind asking. But, I'm left to figure things out now. And I can work my way through, problems I need to solve on the fly. So, you know what I'm saying? I think, that experience allows me to do what I do.
But how do you feel about, like, because I know you got partners, I got partners, you got partners. How do you feel about it? Because I try to be honest with you. I try like to not hold it against people. But you can only ask yourself like, damn, I've been gone 8 years and you ain't made no progress and I'm home 2.5 years, or hell, I was home a year. I was in the halfway house and niggas was asking me for money.
Yeah, but everybody can't be that. Everybody can't be Jordan, right? Everybody got to be a role player. So, you know what I'm saying? Everybody can't handle being successful. That's what I think. I think everybody can't handle money. Like, you know what I'm saying? You get somebody something too fast, they might go AWOL with it. Like, I be hearing stories about lottery winners losing their mind, you rich.
Right.
So everybody can't handle that. So I think the select few that can handle it are the ones that, the ones that's got it.
But you got people that can make it, lose it. I think it's a situation where
I don't want to lose nothing. I want to keep it all.
Well, you know what? Like, and I've said this before, Wag, and I ain't gonna even, this sucker says something that I have to agree with. You know what I mean?
He was a sucker.
I can't even bring the man's name up, man.
We can't be saying no sucker shit on our show, man.
You know what? I don't even
fuck
want
that
to
sucker. Leave that sucker where he at.
Yeah, man.
Forget that sucker.
And he said something that kind of. Well,
let's hear it.
He said I was a destroyer of lives. I told you that before. Remember?
Yeah, I remember you telling me that.
And he said that because I had exposed people to things they should have never seen and taken them places they should have never went. And I'll end up getting it all back.
That's a backhanded compliment.
Yeah, I mean, but what he said was I'll end up getting it all back and they won't, and they'll despise me because they weren't deserving of what they got. And I think what happens when I looked at that, I laughed at it and I thought it was crazy, but I think what happens is that's happened with all of us, whether you know it or not.
But how did you take that, though? How did you take that? Like, how do you feel
I was
about that
offended
comment?
by it.
Okay.
At the time,
Why,
I was
though?
offended by it because I felt like you were saying the people I had with me weren't worthy. And I didn't feel that way. And it's not that I'm not going to say they weren't worthy even now. I just think that I can teach you how to fish. Like if I come into your arena and you teach me everything, it doesn't mean I'm gonna be you.
Right.
It doesn't mean I can duplicate you.
Right.
You know what I mean? And that's kind of the way I took it. But at the same time, if you teach me everything you know, I'm gonna fucking be you.
Are you gonna figure it out?
Well, I had a similar incident. Like, I was in RDAP. You was in RDAP.
Right.
I came home and I went to.
I was in
Hold on, was this
RDAP.
before or after they kicked Cole out?
This was after that kick Cole out.
Kicked me out of
Yeah, so-
Hey, we was all in RDAP together, and I get kicked out.
Yeah, it's after the kick.
You wanted to get kicked out all day. You wanted to come over there with us. You
I
wanted to
swear
come
to
chill.
God, I didn't. What did I get? I don't
You
even,
wanted to
what did I
come
get
chill.
kicked out for?
You wanted to come chill with us.
Cole got kicked out of RDAP for being overzealous and overconfident, like he's always is.
Right, and it ain't nothing changed.
Yeah, so he stood up and told the people that he didn't smoke, drank, talked on a cell phone.
I didn't say that. That's a lie. I never said no shit like that. I ain't never gonna tell on me. So that wasn't it. I ain't said that shit.
I remember like it was yesterday.
That sounds about right. though.
I don't smoke. First of all.
Well,
And I
when
rarely
I
have
say
a drink.
when I say smoke, I mean you got up and told the room that you've done everything under the sun at this camp once and twice. Remember?
Oh yeah, I mean shit. We
Yeah,
did
so-
all that. I'm a changed man.
Yeah,
They
so
didn't believe me.
basically, because you wasn't a changed man.
I was a changed man. Listen, man, let's get to see this shit is about you right now.
No, it's about you. No,
It's about us.
It's
We
about
all,
us.
We all got the same story.
And the irony of this situation is that we all knew each other before incarceration.
Right.
So that's the funny thing about this story. Like we all ended up at the same place, and we knew each
How
other
crazy is
before
that?
we got here.
That's crazy.
That's the crazy part.
That's crazy.
Cole,
Crazy and wild.
you've always been overconfident to others, but I know the confidence because I believe in you. I've seen you turn water into wine. You know what I'm saying? I've seen you done things that the average person can't do. I can speak on it. You know what I'm saying? They say we supposed to give people their flowers while they're here. I've seen you do things that others can't do. So, when you say something, you believe it and you're going to achieve it. And I had that happen to me in RDAP Aftercare. I got there, the lady said, what are your plans when you get out? What kind of car you want to drive? I said, I want an Escalade. She said, oh, well, you just got out of prison. Why would you want an Escalade? Why wouldn't you want a Honda? So I asked her, why wouldn't I want an Escalade? Why wouldn't I want to push myself to the ultimate high that I was before I left? So I just said that to say, before we went to prison, we were in a position of power. When we come home, the same people that were looking up to us are still looking up to us when we come home. Right, so the pressure that we have behind the walls and when we get out, it only heightens because they're looking for us to do and say what we used to do.
And what we known for doing.
But when we have changed as a person, they don't see the change because, oh, Dre, man, I need this. Oh, Cole, I need this. Wag, I need this. They're not looking at the evolution of us. They're thinking, oh, that's the same Dre. That's the same Cole.
So what do you say to those friends, though? If you got those kind of people around you, so do you just cut them off? Do you explain to them that, hey, I'm not like that no more? How do you keep that circle tight or keep those friendships in place?
I think, in prison, I learned the art of communication.
Okay.
I wasn't a great communicator for myself, but I was a great communicator in business.
Really? I've always thought you were a great communicator. Me too.
Well, when I say
good.
from a personal level, like with my ex-wife or with my family, I would just subject myself to doing instead of explaining why I wasn't going to do it because I had the means to do it. So sometimes, like a kid, if a person asks me right now, can I borrow some money? Instead of me saying I don't have it, I will say I have it, but I don't have it to borrow.
Right.
I don't have it to give.
Yeah, to give. Yeah. So it's not what you say, it's how you relay the message to the person you're relaying it to. So I wasn't good at that.
But speaking of that, because I think that's something we probably all deal with.
We definitely deal with it.
So it's kind of like, because I had somebody tell me the craziest shit. Like, I just gave my mom a party. Right. And my cousin told me, man, I know, man, you spent a good piece on that party. I ain't asking for number $2,000. And it was kind of like, I don't even know how to explain it because I was really offended because I'm like, I don't owe you this. Right. This is my mama. Right. You never been nowhere.
Right.
You know what I mean? And I was so stuck, I couldn't bleed because now I'm feeling like you trying to press me or something.
You heartbroken.
No, man, I ain't tripping like that. But I'm just saying, like, man, I know you know. So you didn't, because his number was kind of close to accurate. So I'm like, you didn't call the boat. You didn't sit here and start tallying up everything that was spent. Like, really? Like,
to justify asking you for the money.
So if I see you with an Escalade, a vet, and whatever else you rolling it, I don't look at it and say you balling. That's the first thing I say. Oh, this nigga got some bills.
Right. A lot of.
I don't know why they don't think like that. Like, man, this man got some real bills. Like your bills, like a person can look at it like, and this is what a lot of people don't get. So you can have a dude that's living in 5th Ward, Acres Home, 3rd Ward, South Side, Sunny. Sunnyside, wherever, South Park.
Right.
And they looking at it like even though they bills might be $2,000-3,000 a month, and your bills can be a hell of a lot more. We still got bills. They equal to our salary.
Right.
Facts.
We still got bills.
Right.
Facts.
But because my bills are on a higher level than yours, I shouldn't have a problem paying your bills. Where they do that at?
But I don't think dudes really been in that position before to even understand that, just because I got it, I'm affording the lifestyle that I can afford to live. So you live the lifestyle that you can afford to live. Like, don't try to look at my lifestyle and put yourself in my pockets because I live a certain way. Like, I live a certain way because I work hard. And I like nice shit. So.
And then again, too, I got a piece of that. I tell the youngsters, happiness isn't always equated in a numerical number. And I say that to say this. Right now, today, I like to play poker. I like to go watch sports.
Right.
Tomorrow, I can get up and do whatever I want to do that makes me happy. And it's not because I got all the money in the world. It's because I don't have to have all the money in the world to do what I love to do.
Right.
You get what I'm saying?
Peace with where you at.
Yeah.
And you've accepted your peace.
To say if I want to go to the Bahamas tomorrow, if I want to go to Vegas and play cards for 2 hours, because that's my solace. I don't drink that much. I don't smoke. I don't do drugs. So for me, that's the thing that gets me at peace. I can go to Vegas and play poker. Yeah. I can go see a show. But I can do that based upon how hard I work. Right. I don't have to have $50 million to do what I love to do. And some people get that misconstrued saying, I got to have all the money in the world to do what I need to do. And they looking at your bills, They don't know what you do
your lifestyle,
to pay your bills. They don't know the problems that you have. They don't know the sleepless nights that you go through.
They don't want to know that.
Yeah, exactly. And here go the real thing on that, because I tell people all the time, success is more so what brings you peace.
Facts.
Right. It's not about how much money you got.
Like I told you
I know some highly successful people. Hold on, because I think I've said this to you before, Dre.
Yeah, but I don't know where you're going with this.
I told Dre the most successful people I know are the people in Fifth Ward that hang out on Liberty Road every day and probably right there on Quitman and Bringhurst and Staples. And the reason I say they most successful because they goals are make sure they got some bills, some cigarettes, and they have a company that they want. And they at peace, like they really happy. Like I mean, like when I say they happy. I got an auntie who get drunk every day. She ain't trying to do nothing more but get some Budweisers every day.
Right.
Her 12-pack of Budweiser,
It's
24-pack of Budweiser every day, she's ecstatic.
But I
and she at peace
all
with
the time.
that.
I was like, yo, what is your level of success? What does success look like for you?
Right.
Like, I can't look at one of these rappers or one of these ball players and be like, okay, that's what my success needs to look like. No, my success is going to be different than your success because we in different spots.
Correct.
Like, you know what I'm saying? What makes me happy, like, you play cards and poker. I don't do that shit.
Right.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I know how to play, but that ain't what I want to go do.
Right.
Yeah,
like,
that would make me miserable.
Right. That ain't what I want to go
I ain't
do.
finna do it.
Right. So my solace piece come on Sundays when I'm at the crib. I got my laptop, my phone, and my 3-4 fantasy football teams going. I'm looking at DraftKings all day.
Right.
I get the most peace
doing that.
Yeah.
See,
and
that
it
would
costs
run me
me
crazy
nothing.
too.
Right.
So
you know
you
what I'm
sitting
saying?
here doing DraftKings all day. See, that shit there run me crazy too.
I did a podcast and did DraftKings, so you know what I'm saying? So I just sit here and did DraftKings before. But that's my vice.
I'm
though,
at
like,
peace doing this. I have fun doing this.
Right, that's my vice though. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like certain things I do that don't cost me shit, but
Right.
I'm the most happiest
Doing that.
doing this.
Yeah.
And I ain't gotta be 50 million to the good to do this.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying? And I think a lot of people need to find out, you know, where their happiness is at, because, you know, a deal outfit is not my happiness. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's cool, but that don't make me smile.
Yeah.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Like
So,
I like to eat at the best restaurants. That's one of my
Right.
pet peeves. You know, like I'm a Steak 48, Smith
like
and
to eat, huh?
Walensky's, True Lux, Kirby's,
Come to Kiss sometime.
Colleen's.
Hey, go to Kiss Houston sometime.
Come to
man.
Kiss
Catch
Houston
you a vibe,
sometime, man. Come catch you a vibe.
Go catch
Damn,
you a
I hate
vibe.
this, man. Y'all
Wait,
keep
hold
talking,
up, man. Since you speaking of Kiss, man, run something down the spot. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
working
run
man.
something
Let's
down.
see what you got going. It's about you today, bro.
It's all about you.
You know
So
what
we
I'm saying?
talked about
you
know,
pop out every
coming
now and
home.
then, man. It's all about you.
We
bro.
brought Tom Hagen in to talk about Tom
Yeah,
Hagen.
Tom Hagen
So
stuff,
you know
man.
what you got going on in the city? Because right now you and your crew, y'all been on fire.
Y'all been on fire, man.
Hey man, y'all
Shout
been
out to Goodfellas Bird. What's up, man?
good fellas. Hey man, these good fellas been on fire.
Man, we got
Polo.
Kiss.
Okay.
We got Atomic Bottle. We got
Okay.
Adore. We got Clay on Sundays. We got Rose Gold on Saturdays. We got Playground, a new concept we just built on
seeing that on
2414
Instagram.
Main Street. Okay. We were at the Kiss Dallas. We're working on right now. Be open about 3 weeks. We got a Washington D.C. location coming.
Oh man,
Okay.
work.
Yeah,
Hey man, I'm a fan of good work. Let me keep
work.
listening. Come on, man. Come on.
You know, we got a 9,000 square foot venue coming up in the next couple weeks. We're praying on that right now. It's gonna be a concert venue now.
It's gonna happen.
Yeah, it's gonna happen.
So, you know, we just been.
It's gonna happen because you a part of it, you know. And then, you know, everybody y'all got in the whole thing, man. Is y'all fairly like-minded guys,
Right.
Plus, you got some seasoned guys who have stayed in their lane, and I think
Right.
that's what I really like.
And I
about
think
it.
everybody play their part, man. I like y'all team, and like I said, I know you guys, man. I've been around y'all, man. Like y'all play y'all part, man. Y'all.
I mean, you know, one thing I did learn, you know, from Dre, is that, you know, he has a wonderful team. He has guys from every age group. He had guys he grew up with, and everybody. What I learned from Boss Life, shout out Boss Life, is everybody plays their position.
Yeah,
everybody
they do a good job,
everybody knows what they're good at, their strength, and they exercise that to the greatest. So when I take that back to my team, I try to implement that with them. I'm not trying to be LeBron. If I know I can pass, why would I shoot?
Right.
If I know I can rebound, why would I want to, you know, be an assist man?
Right.
I know exactly what I need to make this team earn a championship.
Right.
Because at the end of the day, when we take the group picture, everybody got a ring.
Facts.
Oh, that's deep.
Facts.
Hey man,
So,
drop some jewels,
You
what?
know what I'm saying? So
I
that's,
told you I'm a
If
fan of good work.
everybody had that team concept, man, a lot of shit we see that's happening wouldn't be happening. Like all that backstabbing people and stuff like that. Man, me and my team, we've been through it all, man. We got 20 plus years of friendship, but it's like it's understood. Like he said, everybody know they role.
Right.
Like, I can't rap without like trying to be simple. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, everybody got a role, and we play our role to the fullest, and it make our team go.
right. And it don't mean that everybody gonna always agree on everything, but it means that at the end of the day, as men or women, we can come together and have one come and go and work that out and get to that goal.
Facts.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
And that's what's important.
And that's
What's important. The end game.
That's what's important.
That's what's important.
The end
man.
game.
So how did you even get into this? I mean, because you know, from a pharmacy to this right here, how did you get into it, man?
When I was
Because he got into it fast, though. Because I heard by the time I came, he was like, man, I got a club.
Yeah.
Fucking
Yeah.
so basically, you know,
Matter of fact, you had your
had my
party
coming
over
on
there.
party.
Yeah,
That was
yeah.
the first time I came out. What was that club?
His
Eve.
club.
Huh?
Club Eve.
Eve, yeah.
it was his club.
It was Eve, yeah. So
Shout out to Mello, too,
yeah,
man.
you know, shout out Mello, man, Big Mello. So the thing about it, you know, before I went in, I used to frequent a lot of clubs and spend a lot of money in the clubs. So I knew a lot of the waitresses coming home, you know, the Candies of the world, some of the club owners that we used to go in and spend, you know, thousands of dollars in. You know, Dre, you know, Cole wasn't really into the clubs, but I know Dre, I used to see Dre a lot in the crew.
Al was my co-defendant was into the club.
Yeah,
you know?
so you know, coming home, I knew some of the guys. They were younger than me, but I just wanted to find my way. So my partner Mello, he's from D.C. He ran a club in D.C. He said, "Hey man, I got this opportunity for this club on Washington. What you want to do?" I said, "Man, you know I'm really not in the club business, but I know operations."
Right.
So our whole deal was he actually run the promotion side of it, and I run the operations. So we put the money up. Got the club. So, you know, the first people I reached out to was, you know, Bird, the Goodfellas and Molo. Right. I had a relationship with Bird before I left, you know, buying sections from him and stuff like that. You know, my cousin and him are real close. So, you know, everybody wanted me to kind of get acclimated in the street side of the club business. Because, you know, in Houston, it's politics.
Oh, facts.
Me being on supervised release, I kind of wanted to stay away from that because it had liquor involved. So I kind of let Melo take the face of the club. I more or less took the operational side.
Right.
But, you know, doing that, man, I met a lot of people, and people kind of seen my mindset and my work ethic as far as learning things that I didn't know. So after we had Eve for about 12 months. It was a good deal. But it ran.
COVID came
yeah,
right
COVID
after
came,
that, yeah.
and, you know, we had to end up selling it. We had a good deal on it, a good real estate deal. So we made a couple dollars on it. So then, you know, I got approached by Birds like, "Hey, man, you know, I love what you're doing. You know, I love the way you done things. You handled us when we was a part of your club. I want you to come over and help us transition to the business side of things." Because they had the streets. I mean, they got the streets. They got, you know, they can call anybody, any artist, get them to perform, get them to come party with them. But they needed more help with operations, meaning ownership.
Right.
So, you know, I brought the mentality, you know, we've made these guys millions of dollars. You guys need to go in with your own money and demand a percentage now. You've made these owners millions of dollars over the last 14 years. Now you have to transition into ownership because clubs fizzle out, but ownership is forever.
Yep.
So, you know, by me owning Eve and by me knowing things that they didn't know, we were able to negotiate a lot of deals with these club owners, and we now have ownership in a lot of these clubs. So not only do we get promotional money from the bar, we get ownership money. And then that just came with opportunities where we can put our own money and buy buildings and do things of that nature by ourselves. So
that's a smooth move.
Yeah, so that's the KISS, that's the playground, that's the atomic bottle and things of that nature. So that's how that came about.
Okay.
Y'all heard what he said? The boy said ownership.
Yeah, ownership.
Ownership.
I mean, as black individuals, African Americans, and having kids, we don't have 401ks. We don't have the traditional, investment
no 401ks
things.
for hustlers.
Yeah,
Not
so
at
we
all.
basically have to own things and have to put our money in different places so our kids can have ownership and we can leave something to them,
Yeah.
So shout out to all the black entrepreneurs out here that's owning things. You know what I'm saying?
Facts.
So like I say, man, I learned a lot from them guys. Those guys have the streets. They know everybody. They learn from me. They respect me. I respect them. And we just get along. I mean, it's been
And you like the oldest in the crew, ain't you?
I'm actually the oldest.
You are the oldest?
Yeah.
Coach Phil Jackson,
Yeah,
man.
like Drake say, I'm feeling young, but they treat me like the OG. You know
Right.
what I'm saying? But, I will say that it's a lot to come. I'm appreciative of the opportunity that they gave me to listen to me.
Right.
And I'm appreciative that I was able to listen to them. Because, when you coming from where I come from and having money and power, sometimes your ego get in the way of you learning things.
Shit, ego bring a lot of crews down.
Yeah, so,
man.
I didn't know
the fact that it
everything.
Don't exist is what's up.
You know what I'm saying? I knew what I knew. They knew what they knew. We were able to bring it together. And, here we are today.
Man, you just said something, Dre. You say ego bring a lot of crews down.
Definitely.
And y'all, because y'all know me. We're going to talk as partners.
Right.
Do I have an ego?
You don't have everybody got ego. You gotta be confident because I'm confident as fuck.
Yeah,
like you.
I'm definitely confident.
But what I mean by ego, like envious, like your ego can be turned envious.
We can go to the next subject.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Right, 'cause that ain't
I ain't
you.
got none of that.
There's nothing wrong with
we
being
keep
cocky, but
pushing
when
it.
your cockiness
we
turns into envy or jealousy, that's a problem.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
That sucker shit.
Cause
Yeah,
motherfuckers tell me I'm cocky all the time, but I be like, fuck, I ain't.
Right.
I'm the shit.
Right.
Fucks with me. Like, you know what I'm
I
saying?
I got a simple line for that. I feel like give me some how did I tell you, Dre? I need some transportation, communication. I can run the nation purely on my conversation.
You did.
You know what I'm saying? I can work my hands from there.
Well, if you ever
give me them things.
if you ever thought about it, when you get into a room full of people that's confident, you have to be in a room full of personalities that actually align with yours.
Mm-hmm.
So I can put you in a room with people who don't have confidence in themselves, and you would seem like you're overconfident. Super optimistic, as they
Right.
say.
Yeah.
No.
Super optimistic.
Super optimistic.
That's a mean struggle. Nobody don't know. Shout out to Mark.
Super optimism, you know what I'm saying?
Super optimism.
So at the end of the day, you should be optimistic when you have accomplished things that you've accomplished. So I don't think that you have an ego. I think you have the confidence and the ability to go out and see something and conquer it.
Okay, I can dig that.
You know what I'm saying?
Right,
But you have to be around people that have the same type of mentality.
So let me
So
ask
your
y'all
confidence
this.
don't intimidate me, though. I love your confidence.
Right.
Keep it up.
And y'all confidence don't
intimidate.
intimidate.
Yeah, exactly.
And I think that's what happens with a lot of people, especially as black men. We start to side. Well, I don't say we, but I've seen guys get in rooms and size each other up.
Right.
And if I can't be the boss of the bosses, then I don't want to be a part of this.
You don't want to be in the room no more.
And it makes it stagnates a lot of things, and people don't understand how we can collaborate, and really grow
Right.
versus trying to consolidate all control.
Right.
And I hate to see that, but it happens so often, where you have a piece, I have a piece, but if I can't just take y'all piece, then I'm not gonna give y'all my piece.
Right. Yeah.
You know what?
It happens too
Because
much.
I ain't got to be. I'm like Wag. I'm a background guy. Like you know what I'm saying. People know me, but I'm a background guy. I'm a glue guy.
I'm
Like,
definitely.
you know
I'm
what
more
saying?
background than both of y'all.
I'm a glue guy, so
y'all
I like.
well more known than me. Shit.
That ain't always a good thing though.
Nah,
So shit.
Yeah, it ain't
I
always.
don't really
thing.
like it like that. To be honest,
Yeah.
people think I don't really like it like that.
Like I don't even have an Instagram right now. I mean, obviously I got to do one, but
Right.
I don't have an Instagram or Facebook or Twitter or Snapchat
I mean, if it wasn't
or
for these
none of
clothes
that.
and shit like that, I wouldn't have an Instagram. Like
Yeah,
I'm
you
not
got
that
you got to
person.
have
I
it. Though.
gotta
I
have
mean,
it
you
for-
can't. I
yeah.
mean, because I've realized at this point you can't grow your brand. So with that being said, Wag, so I think obviously you having Bird and Mello and these other guys, they were far more savvy on this social media shit than you were because
Right.
things changed drastically from the time you left
Right.
to the time you got back from a social media standpoint.
And we not gonna sit and act like both y'all done had them phones, and then we gonna sit
No,
and
no,
act like
so-
we wasn't
so
on social
I-
media
I-
back then.
But I wasn't on
You wasn't
social media on the
back then?
phones.
You
No.
wasn't? Oh, okay,
Yeah,
you
I
doing all
mean-
your talk time.
Yeah,
I would say this.
I was not scrolling.
Social media for me is I'm on social media, but I'm not a stickler for it. Like I don't post a lot of things because I live my life kind of private. Like if I'm out of town somewhere, I really don't want nobody to know where I'm at.
Right.
I really don't know, but I use it because it's a mechanism for income.
Right.
So you use it to its advantage, but it is a give and take thing. Like
it's definitely
especially when you're in the entertainment business because people categorize you, people follow you.
So you basically saying your DMs be popping?
Nah, man. Hey, man, strictly for
your
business.
Your DM
only.
be popping, Wag?
Nah, for business only.
Knock
man.
it off, Wag.
Hey, your DM be popping, Trey?
Wag DM be popping. Not mine. No. I'm square.
Really?
Nah, I can't believe.
Are you saying that because we on here, or is that true?
Of course I'm saying it because we on here.
Okay.
Yeah, of course.
That was a cold hater move, wasn't it, Travis? Did I just do some?
He trying to make it like I'm just the playboy of the crew. I'm not the playboy. Both of them be do that shit. I'm not me. They be trying to set me
You
up.
know what, man? I apologize, man. We not gonna scratch it because I got to be authentically me. But that wasn't no hating.
No, I was just no hate. He was asking a question.
That was me having a great deal of admiration for your swag.
You ain't got no ghost page or nothing like that, Cole?
I don't have nothing.
Nah, you can't have no. If you got a ghost page, you out there faking. You shouldn't have no ghost page.
I don't even know. I ain't gonna. I shouldn't be.
Unless
I
you
don't even know how to get on
Instagram.
Instagram.
You Kevin Durant, you can have a ghost page.
I swear to God to you, I'd have to actually read the directions to log in.
I ain't that serious.
No, it ain't that serious.
No, I'm telling you, I have personally. This is the honest to God truth. I can look at the camera. I have personally never been on Facebook by myself. I've personally never been on Instagram by myself.
What does that mean?
Yeah, explain that.
Well, because normally it's because somebody's showing me something.
Oh, okay.
So that's how you know.
So are you just against it or just don't want to learn how to work it? What is it? Or you just come from that cloud with like, I'm not trying to be on that.
I think I'm just more private, and it's like, God damn. Then I think I get frustrated because I see so many fakers. I got one of the homies, and shout out to you, boy. Even though I'm finna go and blaze you up, you know what I mean? This man got a cold Bentley and telling me he need $200. Like, but he on Instagram, bam.
Big money.
You know what I mean? You got my watch on. You got my necklace on.
But see,
and you got that is your Bentley.
But
I'm
social
about
media,
you. But very few people know who you are.
Social media keeps me keep me grounded, man. It lets me know that I'm not that.
Shit. Like this is.
But you can though, because we all see it though. Like I see so many people on that mug, like boy, you know that ain't you. If you don't knock it off, but at the end of the day, it lets me know that hey, it's only a few of us, and I gotta hold on to that. I'm a part of that fraternity, so I gotta hold on to that.
Right.
I like seeing it though. Look at these suckers out here, man. I like seeing it. It just reestablished my realness. That it let me know, hey.
Well, I tell you what I have.
He a real hitter.
Because I've seen some women who people told
they
me
be on that faking
such
too.
And such.
Yeah.
And then you're not like I met like two. I'm like, damn.
Catfish.
Yeah, whoa.
Yeah.
Man, they got some unbelievable filters.
Facts.
Some unbelievable special effects.
And then they take the head shots like, if you don't knock it off, and you know who I'm talking to.
Don't do it, Dre. Don't do it.
Don't knock it off.
Don't do it.
So based on this thing,
I was already taken.
You tough, Dre. Right? Hey man, put that special effects in there every time Dre shoots shots. Pow pow! Shots fired.
Because sometimes you got to call like it is. I think people hate hearing the truth.
Right.
Like, you know what I'm saying? I get in trouble a lot of times for saying, your tone. What's your tone? I like your tone. Right. But what about what I said?
Yeah, that's the meat.
That's what about what I said?
Right.
Because you ain't mad about what I said. I ain't saying nothing wrong. You just talking about you ain't like the way I sounded when I said it.
Right.
You right.
But see, some people can't handle the truth. They want you to sugarcoat it.
Right. And I'm nobody's yes man.
You know what I'm saying?
Well, I think, too, you got to realize, so let me give y'all this good game with both of these guys. Right?
Here we go.
This is serious. Because I think both of you guys have been a beneficiary of RDAP. I think RDAP was a great program that really taught you how to communicate.
I agree.
And I in all honesty, I learned a lot of what they taught in RDAP in a critical thinking class and Toastmasters from a speaking standpoint.
Right.
So, but I can honestly say I still learned a lot of things, the terminology of things. So you can be honest, but everybody can't accept honesty.
Facts.
So if you're being honest about something and people don't know how to, take that honesty and they don't know how to communicate, then they're normally going to communicate in a very defensive manner.
Or take it in a defensive
Or take it in a defensive manner.
Right.
So I think that's what happens right there. And that's one of those things that as when you're an owner, when you're a leader, you have to be able to communicate.
You got to be able to motivate.
And this is, you have, and especially once you start to build a real team, you're going to have to be able to motivate. You're gonna have to be able to do those things. And so I think what happens with a lot of people is they're unable to be receptive to what's being said if it's not aligning with their belief system. They don't have the wherewithal to think and not so much challenge you, but just say, hey.
But to process it though.
I
think people can't process information.
I always say process.
Yeah, people can't process information.
Well, think about it like this. We all play Little League football, right? And like we got kids, right? So I got 2 kids. I can holler and get on one of my kids. The other one, I have to talk to her. So we have to know how to communicate with each person that we're leading
individually. Yeah.
So I can't take one kid and holler at that kid. That kid might take that as motivation. Right. The next kid might cry. Mm-hmm. So as leaders, we have to figure out how to communicate with different people we're leading.
Balance.
You know what I'm saying? We can't have the same leadership style with everybody we deal with, because everybody's not gonna receive it that way.
Right.
If I tell one kid, man, do this, do that, they might say, oh, I like it. But if I tell the other kid the same way, or adult, or anyway, I have to lead them in different ways.
See, that's why I love my team, man. Like, you don't know who our leader is. Like, we ain't even got no leader. It's just we all, we
all bosses. Yeah, that's why it's boss like.
Because one day it might be your day. You know what I'm saying? Like, it all varies. Like, it might be like my name, and we going here tonight. I bet. Or it might be, no, we going here tonight. Or we don't want to go. Like, you know what I'm saying? We all, we grown enough to understand when it's, to listen sometimes.
Right.
You can't be a leader unless you follow. Like, you're just not gonna be a good leader unless you know how to follow. Like, you know what I'm saying? I think one thing about my team, we don't mind following. Like, ain't nobody gonna crash us, but we don't mind following. Okay, that's what you on, we on too.
Well, you gotta, in order to really learn anything new, you're gonna have to follow.
Yeah, absolutely.
I mean, like right now, we don't, let me not say we. I'm not going to throw you in.
No, you can say we. I'm like that too.
Me and Dre, we don't have a goddamn clue about this podcast.
No.
We don't know what the hell we doing.
No.
But we enjoy sitting here doing it, like literally. We have fun. Like we
beautiful studio to do it.
This is like our little therapy, man. So. And Wags, this your first podcast?
Yeah, it's my first one.
I can tell because on podcasts, you don't be playing on your goddamn phone. So I can tell this is probably your first time doing this because you sitting here the whole time.
And look at the bad example you set on your phone. You about to answer calls and stuff.
Hey, matter of fact, we gonna cut this shit short.
You actually was saying you got to go get some money from somebody on the podcast.
Hey man, this shit ain't paying now.
I'm just checking emails. You know what I'm saying?
This shit ain't paying, because I got it.
Yeah.
You know what? We asked you to come on.
You just heard the man.
And
he
I
said
appreciate
he is a owner. Yeah. He sit in the box.
Right now they asked me about a part for a food truck at Playground right now.
Yeah.
They can't get the food going.
Hold on, what was that spot again?
Playground.
The new spot.
Yeah, new spot, 2414 Main Street, Playground.
The Playground. I got to get by
2414 Main Street.
Yeah, but okay. I'm multitasking. I'm talking to my brothers. I'm answering emails. I'm handling everything.
Okay.
You feel me?
Hey man, what have I told you always? I'm a fan of what?
Good
work.
I'm a fan of good work, man.
Yeah.
This man been putting down some good work, man. I'm telling you.
So I got one more question before we get up out of here, man. I got one more question, man. I know, we all just come home and me and Cole talked about it before. What was your biggest hurdle to cross once you got home, and then once you crossed the hurdle, how did you feel about it?
My biggest hurdle was being, scared, to be honest with you. I was scared because I didn't know what the transition would look like. I thought I was coming home to something. I didn't come home to that. Mm-hmm. And then I had to kind of revamp myself.
What you thought you were coming home to? Tell the truth.
A family. Me and my wife got divorced, 3-4 months after I came home.
Well, the judge tend to do that to a lot of families.
Yeah, so,
judges that goddamn gavel and break up families.
They break up families.
Hey,
so
man, he put that time in there, man. Hey, man, hey.
So, I came home. I thought I was coming home to my kids in a stable household. So I had to revamp myself. I always had the confidence in myself, but I didn't know what was next. I knew I couldn't get back into the profession that I was in, so I know I had to transition. But the good thing about me, I had good family support. I had, confidence in myself, and then I figured it out. And, and like I say, I ain't afraid to say I was scared.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I was scared.
Was you scared, Dre?
Hell yeah, after 7 years. I was scared and nervous, because I the unknown. Like, I've been gone for 7.5 years. I ain't never been gone that long. I ain't never been gone, period, to be honest with you.
Either. I was scared to death.
So coming home was it was all new to me. I knew I couldn't do what I used to. So him, I had to figure it out. Right. And luckily for me, I had a great support system. I had a great support system, man. And I was able to come home to a CEO position, so I was happy about that.
Right. So let me tell y'all a quick story about how scared I was, man. So obviously, now that I think about it, I might have a problem following the rules. Y'all too, though.
Nah, you more than me.
You more than me.
Well,
you more than me. You celebrated your 1 year, then messed up the same night. I don't understand that one, but that's you.
Huh?
Huh?
I did what now?
You celebrated your 1 year anniversary. And
Oh,
messed
at
up
the
same
camp.
day.
Many people know I wasn't supposed to be in no damn camp. Let me not say that. Hey, man, but listen, man.
That's over with now, but that shit
Yeah,
is
this
so
shit over
funny,
with.
man.
So shit happens. Listen, so here's the thing. So, of course, I get out first day, and I say, well, they give me a bus ticket. What do? What do? I let my girl come pick me up. Instead of get on this good bus, instead of these people that provided this good bus, but what do? No.
Get in the car.
I don't think nobody got on that bus.
Yeah, me neither. I ain't
Yeah,
got
You
nobody.
was just a nobody.
But the thing, the
yeah.
reason I bring that up is that was the most tense ride home ever.
Why?
Because he was irritating as fuck.
I was scared.
Why?
I was literally, I'm like, damn, man. I'm going to tell you what I was thinking. This bitch driving too fast. This bitch going to get a ticket. These people going to pull us over. They going to take me right back to jail.
Right.
I ain't even made it there. Then, what do? We stop and go get a room. I'm like, no. Yeah. Good idea. No. Oh, but yeah, I know. You know what I'm saying?
I came on to a whole party.
So listen, hold
I came
on.
on to a whole
So,
party.
Big boy.
so now we coming from Seagoville to Houston, which is about 3.5 hours. That's a long time to be nervous.
Yeah.
When you driving in the car. And then it was like, you got to realize it's been 8 years since I've been. You think it ain't I think we all think we cool and fine. But man, how did you feel when you first got in the car? It was just normal to you?
Mine really hit when I got to the city. Like when I came in from Beaumont, so when I got to I-10 and seeing the city, like wow, this the city. It looked different now. Like it wasn't as many buildings when I left. Like it didn't look like that. And then like pulling up to to lunch with all them there, it was like I'm really here. Like I was, what I'm saying. It was just surreal for me. It was like it was just happening so fast. Then to see my kids and surprising them, it's a memory I ain't gonna never forget.
I think mine was a little different. I was a furlough worker for a year.
Yeah,
So I was seeing my family at my job in Beaumont.
Oh, you
tough.
So I was
Work.
Yeah.
Work. Hey,
So
hey man,
basically-
you've been working clean a long time.
steak
Yeah.
dinners, all that. You
Yeah.
know what I'm
So,
saying?
yeah.
All
So
that.
it's a
so
little
since we on this subject right here though, because we've all had good support systems.
Right.
You went to the halfway house too, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so I've seen some dudes in there that have nothing,
Right.
and just how do you think that would have been? How do you think without the support system it would have affected you?
I'd have had a job at McDonald's.
Really?
I'd have tried it. I'm not gonna be broke. Yeah. I mean, I wasn't going back to the life I used to live. That wasn't happening. So maybe I pick up something else. I don't know.
Yeah, my greatest fear in life. Do you know what my greatest fear in life is? Being broke. Who said that? Great.
Right. Facts.
That's my greatest fear.
Right. So that's why I said I would have worked at McDonald's. But I mean, whatever.
Whatever it
Whatever it was, it wasn't gonna be me like, hey, look how wet, let me hold some. Look how cold, let me hold some. I wasn't gonna be that dude.
I can't do it.
You know what I'm saying? I wasn't gonna be that dude. Right. So for me, before I was that dude, I'm gonna go figure it out.
Make a way for
Go to McDonald's. So I'm gonna shake.
Right.
Because you have some dudes who never get it back, and I think they are unwilling to
Face the music.
face their circumstances, their present circumstances.
I mean, it's a hard pill to swallow.
And so, but you can get back. But I see dudes who just get so impatient, and I'm thankful. I can be honest with you, man. I'm thankful that I had the support system because I don't know if I would have had the patience.
But them be the dudes I learned from. Like, you know what I'm saying? I've been locked up before, man. I remember my first couple of years. It was a dude. He had just served like a 10, like what I had. He had a 10. Mm-hmm. Went home before I can transfer. He come back with a fresh 23. Like, didn't last no time because he decided to get back out there with some dudes he met in prison, and went back out there. So in my mind, my thing is, I watch people. I observe shit. I pay attention to stuff. So in my mind, I always looked at people I didn't want to be like. Right. Yeah. I really didn't have no role model, but it was just like, okay, I'm not gonna be like that dude. I'm definitely not doing that. I'm definitely not doing that. That's why I don't do a lot of drugs. I mean, I smoke a little weed, but that's about it. But I really don't do nothing else because I'm scared of everything. I'm not trying to do nothing because I've seen it affect people in a way that I don't want to be like that. Right. So with that being said, I saw an example of people I didn't want to be like and knew for a fact I'm not gonna be like that. And my discipline was centered around not being like that. So I was able to come home and do other things so I wouldn't be like that.
Man,
you know
I feel that.
Because everybody, like we said, we talk about choices all the time. And you know, you can see some people's choices. Like, okay, I know why he broke. I know why he lazy. He don't want to do nothing, or he want to just only do that.
Right.
So if you don't ever expand yourself, like you was able to come home and expand, like you was able to come home and expand. I was able to come home and expand. I'm doing something I ain't never did before.
Well, it's not just at home. I think all of us. I know both of you guys as well as me. We read when we were there. We had mastermind groups while we were there.
Yep.
We talked about things that we could apply once we hit the streets. You know, and understanding how to utilize your network that you have.
Right.
And I think a lot of people, you know, I've seen dudes who play chess all day. I like chess.
Yep.
I seen dudes who play dominoes all day, play spades all day.
Right.
Like, damn, you ain't gonna get a book and read nothing.
Because it's gonna be one day.
You ain't gonna try to know this shit.
Call your number. That's all you gonna know playing spades.
Oh man,
Facts.
that shit don't pay.
Exactly.
But like once again though, you also gotta think about it though. Everybody has they coping mechanism. So I looked at it as like that. Like, okay, this may be his coping mechanism. Maybe this is what he need to get through this time. 'Cause that shit was hard.
Yeah.
Like being away like that, it was hard. I mean, I didn't cry. I ain't had no crying nights, but it was hard. But I understood that this is where I'm at. So let me adjust to what's going on and let me do the things I need to prepare myself for the next level.
Right.
Well, let me tell you guys,
Here we go.
I did cry a few times.
It hurt. I
In
wanted
my
to cry.
own bunk, I just turned in. I didn't want nobody to see.
I wanted to cry, but I didn't.
Yeah.
But it wasn't. It's just. It's a build up of. I think I cried based on circumstances I knew I couldn't control.
Right.
And I realized that I had affected my family's life and people that I love in a way by me not being there, being that provider.
Right.
By me not being there, they had to, have some shortcomings. And I think that part was what hurt me. It wasn't about prison. That didn't make me cry because, I have a newfound, let me not say a newfound respect. I have a new way of looking at a lot of dudes. Because when you see people in prison that you thought were stand-up guys who, we know seen them. They got tattoos all over their face, all over their back, all over their arm, and they some complete hoes.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like real shit. And I ain't saying that all of them like that, but I'm just saying you didn't see
Not
it.
everybody with tattoos like that.
Yeah, not definitely not. I'm not saying that, but you didn't seen it. You know, and you're like,
no question.
man.
Yeah.
And you see some of these suckers that, they come in the visiting room kissing their girl and just didn't kiss this man before they got in there.
That definitely happened.
And I'm like, wow.
That definitely happened.
You in a real relationship in here, then you go out here and you in another relationship.
But things
Man.
that, but things like that once again was the example of like, okay, I won't be like that.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, but it was things like that you pick up inside, just like outside. Like I was able to see things like, nah, I'm not doing that.
Yeah.
Nah,
I tell
that's
you
not
what,
for me.
you can see very clearly from there.
Yeah.
You
Hell
can really
yeah.
see the world clearly from there.
Yeah, because the exact same thing was going on there was preparing me for the
It was a
streets.
microcosm.
Yeah, right. Because it was like, okay, bunch of crumbs in the feds, bunch of crumbs on the streets.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying? And I feel like I'm not getting caught up in that little, little trap. Because even at the halfway house, you had dudes in there, like, y'all been here way before me. Y'all still here. I was on home confinement. I'm still coming back. Y'all still in here sneaking food in. Man, I'm at the crib eating good. Like, I'm chilling.
Right.
Like, you know what I'm saying? So everybody, like I said, that what is your success? Some people was okay with being in this place doing what they was doing. I didn't want to be here. I want to sleep in a good bed. You know what I'm saying? So, everybody has their level of success, and my level of success was something other than what I was doing. So I had to change my environment.
Before we close, I gotta. Listen, y'all know I'm gonna get off the subject of what we came.
We know that was
No,
coming.
but because I saw this.
Here we go, y'all.
No, I saw this. This is not the
drum
robot
roll,
stuff. This is real. So, because you're a baseball fan, Dre,
Yes, sir.
what do you think about Barry Bonds not being in the Hall of Fame?
It's a shame. Just like P. Rose not in the Hall of Fame, it's a shame.
I agree with that.
I mean, Barry Bonds probably was a Hall of Famer. Allegedly took steroids when he got to San Francisco,
Yeah,
but
he was a Hall of Famer.
he already had
Pittsburgh.
3 MVPs. Was ultimately one of the best left fielders to ever play the game. Roger Clemens, same way. Like if they took it, everybody was doing it. So punish everybody. Don't let nobody in from that '90s era. But the fact you got people in there, whether they took it or not, if everybody was doing it, how you gonna punish anybody? That's my opinion.
I think personally, it's probably a good thing. I agree, I do agree with your opinion, but I think it'll help Barry Bonds, to be honest with you, not being in the Hall of Fame.
Why?
And I tell you why, because there's gonna be some kid, no matter what, that's gonna want to know who had the most home runs in Major League Baseball history.
Well, the record is there.
And
I mean, they can't
they
take the record.
cannot
down.
take this
the record
record.
away
They can't take the record
So
down.
he'll consistently be at the top of a Google search, probably for
Well,
to the end of time.
Let me go a little bit further. I
that.
know we all subject, but let me go a little bit further with the Barry Bonds thing. And my real beef with the Barry Bonds thing is, they've kind of pushed Barry to the side. They don't celebrate him in no kind of way. I think he had a hidden job, a coaching job with the Marlins at one point.
Yeah.
I don't know if he's still there or not, but you got somebody like A-Rod. A-Rod is, he got commercials, he got endorsements, he's on TV every day, he's calling baseball games. But you did the same thing Barry did. Same thing Roger did. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. But yet, he's allowed to be a part of baseball in whatever way is not shunned upon. McGuire is not shunned upon as, but Bonds is, they want to do it. And that could have been it because his personality while he was playing, I'm not sure. But, it has to be universal across the board because you let Piazzi in, you let Frank Thomas in, you let Bagwell in. And they were deserving Hall of Fame players, but they all come from that era. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So
you feel like they were all juicy.
I think everybody was doing it. Pitchers, hitters. I think everybody was doing it
because it wasn't regulated.
Yeah, it wasn't regulated. They didn't even test for it. So if you're not testing them, how can you deem it to be
right? Just because
you know what I mean.
So here's my thing.
And Pete Rose got a record to me that's probably never going to be broken
ever.
He got a hit record that nobody's really even close to. Got 4,200 hits. Like nobody's even close to that. Yeah, and he's not in because he gambled.
I didn't know he had that many hits.
Yeah, but in a society where we preach second chances,
right,
and we preach, of you can make a mistake and recover from the mistake if you, own up to it and do things to show that you made a mistake. Why are they mistakes being held higher than anybody else's? Right. And I think that's what you got to ask.
And I don't think they're probably going to get in until they die. Once they die, I think Pete Rose will get in. Same with Barry Bonds.
Well, I thought Pete Rose couldn't even get in anymore. I thought because this is Barry Bonds last year on the ballot, ain't it?
But like I said, I think they'll come up with some kind of, you know what I'm saying?
Too.
I'm sure they got jerseys and balls and bats in there. Like, they're recognized in Hall of Fame. They're just not Hall of Famers themselves. So I'm sure they got memorabilia in the Hall, though. But baseball's a whole nother story.
That just bothered me. That's why I just wanted to know what your opinion was. They really bothered me to see that this man is not in.
Yeah. But like I said, in
an era where everybody was doing
and I feel like everybody was doing it. Like, in my mind, because if you're going to say all the hitters on it, you mean tell me ain't no pitchers on it?
Right.
And if Roger Clemens did it and Barry Bonds did it, they arguably the best pitcher and the best hitter of that era.
Clemens in, though, ain't he?
No.
I thought Clemens got
in. No, he's not in.
He missed it by like 12%.
Yeah. But so if they're arguably the two best pitchers, the best pitcher, the best hitter of that era, subjectively, I guess, but, most would say yes.
Mm. Okay.
And you mean to tell me they're doing it and nobody else was doing it? I don't believe that.
Okay.
That's just my opinion.
Okay.
And if you're a baseball writer, let him in, man. If you got a vote, let him in.
Yeah, let him in.
Let him in. Let him play.
All right, man. So y'all got anything else before we go today?
Man, I just want to thank Wad for coming through, man. I appreciate you, bro, man. Lifetime brotherhood, bro. I said we got to, we speak occasionally, man. But, I'm very proud of you. Anything you need from my team, man, like I said, you have been, hey, man, keep it up, man. I'm proud of you, bro. That's all I'm going to say. I'm proud.
I'm extremely proud of you, man. Not only am I proud of you, I'm happy for you.
Facts.
I appreciate and you look happy, man. Because we've kind of went a little bit more in depth on some things. So
sure.
I know some at times it was kind of like for both of us, like might have to think of doing something.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
It's been some,
but we figured it out. You know what I mean? So,
but hold on. I'm not gonna let y'all get away with that because when both of y'all left me, both of y'all was about 50, 60 pounds lighter. So y'all came home and ate good.
Man,
Dre
was a workout buff, man.
And you still working out, man. So he just called us fat boy. I am a fat boy. I'm going to take that. I'm going to take that.
But I'm going to take that, Drake. Yeah, but really, though, really, I mean, cut y'all coat.
See, this is what I'm talking about. Drake called me fat.
Y'all need to be the example, though, man. Like, I'm about to come home and get it back. So I'm a fan. Big fan. I'm going to give y'all flowers.
I really wanted to do some type of non-profit for prisoners, but I'm going to tell you what. And this is unfortunate. I'm going to say this before we go.
Here we go.
No.
Here we
why
go.
you always think I'm on bullshit? I'm serious.
Because when you're not on bullshit.
No, I'm not on bullshit. Like,
I don't think nobody know you don't think you're on bullshit. And that's a fact.
Facts.
We need to get Sham Lee on the show. See what he think about you.
Please find
Sham Lee. Man.
Please find Mr.
Man,
Sham
you
Lee.
know what? Dre, we need to do that.
We got to find, because they fired his ass.
He ousted, so he
ain't a regular dude now.
Man.
Yeah, he probably got fired for fucking with you.
Nah, I'm fucking with you.
So listen, man. Because it's like, it's really difficult to put certain things in place because you become so much more mindful when you've been to the feds and you see how they work.
Right.
So it's like, even when you want to do certain great things, to try to help people,
can't do it.
You have to be mindful that we all convicted felons.
Right.
And anything that these dudes do
can come back.
Can be a problem for you.
Right.
And you have to be mindful of your circle as well.
Correct.
Because you have to be mindful of everybody you let in, their behavior and their actions can be your problem.
Facts.
And so it makes me a lot more standoffish. I'm not nearly as accessible as I once was
And you shouldn't
to
be.
a lot of people. And I'm gonna say I'm not as friendly because I think I'm still cool, but I think that's something that you have to really get, and you have to kind of, what's the word? I'm not gonna say you have to become closed-minded. You have to become extremely mindful of everybody and everything around you.
Because, going to the feds is just, just by being engaged in a conversation with somebody can land you some time, man. Aiding and abetting could be anything. Just the fact that he was doing it and you talked to him at that point in time, you can be back at that. So, I'm mindful of that. So when people like, man, you don't never answer your phone, I don't know what you into, bro. So, no sense of talking to you, bro.
Yeah. I got to do a better job.
Yeah, I can't be picking them up. I don't. I'm not doing it.
At the end of the day, though, I think
I got to still do a better job.
We got to just wait till they get home, I guess.
Right, because you don't know. It's so easy to go back.
It's so easy to go back.
You know what I'm saying? And I was told on, so, I'm really, 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 skeptical of talking to everybody.
I got the whole leadership role, 4 points. So anyway,
yeah.
So listen, man, this is we gonna end because we gonna end this. We gonna keep the show with great energy. You just brought me somewhere. So with all that being said,
that's man, bro, you free now, bro.
We appreciate you.
Yeah. I appreciate
coming
you
on,
guys,
man. Keep up the good work, man.
Thanks.
Anything I can do to help, I'm here for you, homie.
Hopefully,
shout out you want to make, man. Shout out to you. What you got going on, man? Let everybody know.
Who is the crew, man? Tell us who is your crew over there, man.
Goodfellas, Hustle Overlook. You know what I'm saying? Selective group.
I need some gear, Hustle Overlook. I be seeing them posts, man. I need some gear, man.
Hustle Overlook.
I need some gear.
Overlook, you know what I'm saying? Shout
out, Dave. I ain't never even heard that. Show you how much I stay
you
at
out
home.
the loop, man. Get on the
ground.
ground.
I'm out the loop, man. Hey, man.
Come on, man. Get on the ground, man. Come out sometime.
I'm finna get on the ground.
Okay.
I'm finna get on the ground.
Well, no, I appreciate y'all
my
for having me.
My DM ain't gonna be like Dre's, but
no, be like Wags.
Nah, man, strictly business.
Strictly business.
Strictly business.
Yeah, okay.
Hustle Overlook, baby.
Swagwag 713 on Instagram, man.
Swagwag 713 on Instagram. Dre, what's your Instagram? Damn, Drake's the podcast. I don't have an Instagram right now. So, Dre, ain't you gonna put this on your Instagram?
Y'all know where to find me.
Really?
Yeah.
I thought we was promoting the show.
Instagram is annoying sometimes. When two people got your Instagram,
hit him up
annoying.
at Boss Life, man. Come get some gear, man.
Man, hit him up at Boss Life.
I'm Boss Life Dre 9601, man. But don't be
What was it, Boss Life Dre?
Boss Life Dre at 9601.
At 9601.
Don't be hitting me with the BS, man. I don't want to hear about it.
Man, some of these, bro. Well,
you will get blocked.
Man,
He's saying you will get
if
blocked.
If your page private, I'm not following you back, so don't even try it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, big girls are sticking in the DM.
Okay, every time I try to wrap up, y'all teach me on air. What that mean if your page is private?
That you in a relationship. You got somebody that you don't want to see your page? My page public, so I don't know.
Yeah, mine public too.
So if you in a relationship, your page supposed
I
to
don't
be
know.
private?
I mean, that's, I don't know.
You don't got no understanding?
Yeah, you ain't got no understanding.
So I'm looking at my girl over here. Bitch, is your page private?
Whoa.
Your page public? Huh? Yeah, I'm finna get a domestic violence case as soon as we get off the air.
I didn't hear none of that. None of that. I wasn't even here for that.
You know what? I'm joking. Cause I be forgetting. People be taking shit serious.
Hey, I'm gonna tell you like Benny told Quick, you fucking with a heavyweight. So be mindful.
And I'm taking the heavyweight.
Yeah, I'm taking the heavyweight in 3.
I'm taking the heavyweight. Extra stage out there.
I'm taking it in 3. It's the first time the man was speechless in his life.
Oh my goodness, man.
Hey, man.
Oh, that's funny.
That was funny, man.
That's funny.
That was funny.
My co-host left, man. This is usually the time we sign out, man. I guess he's coming back.
Hey, man. Listen, man.
Hey, it's been a great show, man. It's been a pleasure, man. Swag, well, we appreciate you coming through, man. Shout out to Goodfellas, man. Shout out. Oh, there you go. We back. He's back.
Yeah, come back, man.
He had to take a quick breather.
Hey, he don't mean heavyweight like she's just a big girl.
No, I mean that she's
serious
like
she
about
a
her
real
business.
Gangster. You know what I'm saying? I ain't never had a gangster girl in my life, but I got one now.
Facts.
Hey, so with that being said, man, my man Wag done came through. Dre done gave y'all his Instagram. Wag gave y'all his Instagram. I'm gonna get my Instagram and I'm gonna give it to y'all, man.
Get your Instagram up.
I'm gonna get my Instagram up. I'm Cole.
This is Dre.
We out.
Peace.
Hey. Hey, man, what time it is, man? Hey. Relentless. Hey. Hey. Relentless. Hey. 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 Hey, Cole. Woo. attention to what we talking about. We can show you how to make 100,000 in the drought. These niggas fraud, but I'm already used to that. Big boss man ain't coming out unless they sign a check. Travis, what's up? Nothing chillin'. You know the Houston way. If it ain't about money, nigga, we ain't finna conversate.